Hello, as you know, I am not a professional YouTuber. I am not making videos for money or for subscribers. Usually I'm making technical videos, and this video is a little different. The title say that I have the best dashcam in the world. This is not for gaining some money. This is the truth. Yes, I have the best dashcam in the world right now, and nobody has it. And I consider the best dashcam has the best legibility of car licenses numbers. Of course, during day, the licenses plate is as recorded by almost any dashcam in the world, can be even full HD, but during night this is very hard and was impossible until the HDR technology was implemented on the dashcam. So not WDR but HDR. HDR is the only technology which can bring you the car licenses plates at night, and Viofo was the first dashcam manufacturer in the world which was using a image sensor. They are using only Sony image sensor, so they use it, the first image sensor with HDR technology. So at night the Viofo was the first dashcam which can read car licenses plates. Coming back to the HDR technology, I want to tell you that I have dashcams for more than 12 years, and in all these 12 years I was trying to record car licenses plates at night. I'm living in an European country. We have big plates. For USA is even more harder, but I think this video will help the American users to read car licenses plates. I am not sure, but this is their biggest chance to read licenses plates. Back to this product, any dashcam with HDR, don't must to be Viofo, can record licenses plates at night, but you need to buy a well-known brand, because the HDR must be true and not some fake HDR. The resolution is not so important. The important thing is the image sensor size and the HDR. So this is the 3-channel model. They have 1 channel, 2 channels and 3 channels, and later you will understand why I show it to you this 3-channel version I have. Because my first test was with the front camera, which is with the biggest 4K sensor used in a dashcam. Viofo was the first which used this Sony IMX675 in a dashcam, and this was the interior camera, and I was thinking to replace the original lens of the interior camera of the full HD interior camera, because I don't want an interior camera. So I was thinking to record the overall image with the main camera and the registration plates with the full HD telephoto lens camera. I can tell you that there is no difference between this great sensor and the telephoto lens, so you will not obtain car registration plates legibility with a full HD telephoto lens. Compared to 4K big sensor image, you will not obtain better legibility for registration plates, so you are showing money for nothing on a full HD telephoto camera. You can only buy a dash cam with the Sony IMX675 and HDR, no matter who is making this camera, and you don't need a full HD telephoto lens. Of course, a full HD telephoto lens can be good for some poor front camera. You can obtain some advantage with less money. Just put here a lens, and you will not spend the money on a Sony Starvis 678. Okay, and what I did, I modified the rear camera because it is 2K, it is quad HD resolution. The rear camera, it is important the secondary camera to be 2K, to be quad HD resolution, because with full HD the result is not good. You are wasting money on full HD. Of course, it is better than a normal 2K from camera, but if you want to have the best dashcam in the world, you need to put a telephoto lens on this rear camera. This mount was made by me because I needed to take out many times the camera from the windshields. I need to make the focus of the lens, but as you can see, this lens is going out from the case. It is not nice, but nobody will observe it. Of course, the cable for the rear camera is very long, is 6 meters cable, and because it was complicated to make this test. By the way, I modified this camera 3 months ago, so from the start of this year I have the best dash camera in the world, not from 1 or 2 days. So I made many tests, hundreds of tests, and I know what I'm saying. I hope to show you some video, and in this video you will see some information that nobody will show you, or nobody show it to you until now, because I am very good at car legislation plates. So what I did, I cut this rear camera and made it shorter. I made it only for my setup. My advice is to make it 50 centimeters long, but in my car it was very short, and it is working. So if you consider that it is important for you the car registration plates, you will need a 2K telephoto lens for the rear camera. As I told you, I made this telephoto lens custom setup few months ago, and 2 days ago Viofo sent me this sample. What we have here, we have a new secondary camera. Here I see a white part. I was not mounted yet. Here is a white part, here is the LED. I don't think I will like this LED. Maybe I will cover it with some duct tape if they will not offer the option to turn it off. I don't want lights to be in front of my eyes. The older version of the secondary camera, we can see that this is a little bigger, and it needs to be bigger because the telephoto lens is longer than the usual lens. Look, here is the normal lens for rear camera and interior camera, and here is a telephoto lens in a new case, and here you can see a small hole. There are 2 very small holes, and they are used good for the CPL lens. From my experience until now, I consider that for a telephoto lens it is not needed a CPL lens. At least on my car, when I am doing tests, I am not using CPL lens. At last in my car I saw some reflection with the main camera, but on the telephoto lens camera I didn't observe too big reflections, and I didn't feel I need the CPL lens for the telephoto camera, but they put this option for the people which will consider they want a telephoto lens. I didn't tested a telephoto lens or a CPL, sorry, for the telephoto lens. I didn't test it. I don't know what it is doing. So I will make some tests with their lens. I am very sure that their lens is better or equal with my lens. I bought a good quality lens because I know that Viofo is using only good quality lens. Maybe they are using the best lens from the Chinese market. Maybe only the South Korean like Blackfu or Thinkware are using better lens than Viofo, but I am not sure. The most interesting thing about Blackvu is that they don't have HDR. So you with a Blackvu dashcam you have no chances to read car licenses plates at night because their last model doesn't support HDR. So if you will want to watch the second part of this video, I hope to make some recordings to show to you when the car licenses plates are visible and what to expect from a quad HD telephoto setup. Now I am inside the car. Here is the original rear camera from Viofo, which was modified to record on front for car registration plates legibility. So this is my modified version. You can modify yourself if you want. It is not a complicated thing. The most complicated thing is to focus the lens. It is not easy. And also here is the original Viofo telephoto camera. I cannot say again that is a rear camera because it is mounted on the front. And here is the A229 Pro camera, which is mounted on the black dotted area. As you can see, I am very lucky with my car because here is a black dotted area where I put the mount of the A229 camera, so the dashcam is not visible from outside compared to this dashcam. This is a Vantruye N9 and N4 Nexus N4 Pro. There is no good position for such camera to use in my car, so I like to use the wedge type cameras which can be mounted on my black dotted area. Also, if I wanted to use the Viofo VS1 in my car, I will mount it also here on the black dotted area, but because I am using my car for many tests, here I can mount about 6 dashcams for test, but I never use more than 4 dashcams. So I decided to use the Viofo rear camera and not the Vantruye camera, because first time I was hoping to use the full HD interior camera to record on front of the car, but as I told you already, the result was not good as expected by me. So now I will move the interior camera to record on the rear side of the car outside. So the interior camera will be used as a rear camera to record as full HD. And this is the reason why I show you the A229 Pro with 3 channels, because I want to use the telephoto camera for front, the main camera also for front, and the interior camera to move on the rear of the car. This means that you will need a longer cable to move this camera on the back of the car, but it is not complicated, because this cable is simple, and I think you can buy some cable. I don't know exactly what type now, maybe some coaxial cable, but also I expect after Viofo will release, if they will release this telephoto camera, they will will sell some conversion kit which will sell this camera with short cable, but also with a longer cable for the interior camera, but the interior camera to be used for the rear of the car. I am not interested at all to record my interior camera. In my country, people don't like to record on interior camera, so these triple channels cameras are not used in my country, but for the people which will want to record the registration plates, this is a very good option to make this switch, this modification, or to buy directly from Viofo the telephoto camera and the rear camera as full HD. Maybe they will release some version without infrared lights. I don't know what to say, but I think it's a good idea to sell a 3-channel dash cam, 2 for front and 1 channel for rear. With this setup I will make a video test. The most important is during night, because during day there are no problems, and I will show you how important is to have a telequad lens, and also how important is the HDR. This is the third part of my video, and because it is already too long, I am trying to make it shorter. So I made this picture. We have the same car in all these snapshots. It is the same car with its registration plate captured at night at my speed at about 65 kilometers per hour. So the total speed of my car and this car is over 100 kilometers per hour. And as you can see on the left part, the telephoto camera with the resolution 2K obtained a very good legibility of the registration plate. On the top right we have almost any dashcam in the world. I wrote here 95% because almost all dashcams in the world don't have right now the HDR. So any camera without HDR at a speed of over 15 kilometers per hour will obtain such legibility for the registration plates, so you will see nothing at night. During day is not a problem, but at night you'll have a big problem if you try to read the registration plates. And this is the main camera, the 4K dashcam camera with the best image sensor right now, which is the Sony IMX675, and also it has the HDR enabled, but such cameras are very few in the world. Maybe less than 5% of people have a camera with this image sensor. This image sensor is great because it is the biggest image sensor used in a dashcam. To capture a license plate and many details, you need a bigger image sensor. So it's not only about the resolution, it is also about the image size of the sensor, and this is the biggest sensor used in any dashcam until now. As you can see here, in all these situations we have different legibility, and as I told you previously, if you will make a telephoto camera with full HD resolution, you will obtain the same results as with the 4K dash camera. So if you already have a dash cam with this sensor, you don't need to make a telephoto camera full HD, go for the 2K. And now I will show to you how I obtain screenshots. I told you that I made a lot of tests with car licenses plates, and now I will show you the player I am using. Here I can see it is the Media Player Classics Black Edition. I am using this version because right now this version doesn't have any problem with the zoom. I will show you later. So this is the 2K camera with telephoto lens. Here we can see the registration plate, and if we will move the video backward and forward, the registration plate is visible. I can make also a zoom from the player. This is the maximum zoom of the player. I will move the frames and look how clear is the registration plate for the 2K camera at night. And just think, this is a high speed. When I will make a detailed video about capturing licenses plates, I will explain to you that not only the speed is important, but also the distance between cars. The best is if your car is on this lane and the incoming car is on this lane. If you are here and incoming car is here, you need to have a speed under 50 kilometers per hour, and for sure you will need a telephoto lens, a 2K for a telephoto lens, to capture a registration plate from this lane to this lane. Now going back to this video, I will show you the no HDR snapshot, and here is the 4K HDR snapshot. Here you can see the difference. Okay, I will try to move the frames. Maybe I will obtain better legibility. Always when I'm doing test, I am looking for the best frame. It is not important to capture at the same position of the car, like here. Look at the position of the car here. Yes, maybe the registration plate is better here or here or here. So we see nothing from this registration plate. Maybe here is an R, but no, this without HDR you just cannot read any licenses plate at night. And consider that I am living in a country with a big licenses plates. In Europe, almost all countries are using such big licenses plates. Unfortunately for USA, they have small characters and numbers on the registration plates, and maybe the American Vortex Radar YouTube channel will make some video about the registration plate, because I saw on his channel that he is covering this subject, not with good results, but if he will use a telephoto camera for the American registration plates, maybe he will obtain better results. Not so good at this result, but maybe for American this is the biggest good news, to have a chance to read the registration plates, because they are their characters on the registration plates are very small, and they for sure will need such special camera to record the registration plate. On the video description I will upload the original videos. You can check the original videos, and also I will offer a link for the technical part where I will show you details about distance, speed, and what do you need to know to obtain legibility for your licenses plates. This is for now. Bye bye.